Good morning everybody. Let's understand how to draw 2D and 3D shapes without the use of ruler. Now this is something where I've seen a lot of kids, not only kids, in fact everybody suffers. So let's understand that how we can get our 2D and 3D shapes without using ruler. Okay, so we will begin with the two basic 2D shape, which is a square and a triangle. So let's begin with square. Now we all know that square has got all sides equal. So first what I do is I always try and hold my pencil here. I never hold it here. Okay, so because this gives me a free movement and a very easy movement of my pencil, and I can move it very easily. And if you see, I'm not pressing my pencil, right? Then I'm going to draw the vertical line over here. Now the best way to understand whether my vertical line is straight or not is to make sure that my vertical line that I draw here is parallel to my border line, right? And I always try to use as my eyes as my measurement equipment rather than using a ruler. The other way you can understand whether your square is parallel or not is put your pencil over here and you see it's coming till here. So then this is the point that you have to mark it here. So till here is what your square has to be, right? Now the same thing, you bring this one also over here down, and here you go. So obviously erase the extra lines that we don't need. There you have a perfect square. Now coming to triangle. Now in a triangle, we know that none of the lines are parallel to each other. They are slanting because they meet at a particular point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first start with a sleeping line over here. Try to make it as straight as possible. And then I try and understand that which will be my center point. So this is my center more or less. So I take my pencil here and I put a dot over here. And from here, from this dot, I will just join the two ends of my horizontal straight sleeping line. Same thing I do for here. There, I've got my triangle also. Now let's move to the two, let's make some four 3D shapes. So these were the 2D shapes. Now let's move to 3D shapes. Now in 3D shapes, let's begin with the basic one, which is cube. Now quite often I've seen people drawing cube by making two squares. But let's understand one thing over here. Every time that you're drawing a cube or a cuboid, okay, even for cuboid I've seen people, generally most of the students and grown-ups will draw two rectangles and they make the cuboid like this. Well, this is not wrong. In mathematics in our school, this is how we learn to draw the cube and the cuboid. But let's understand one thing over here. When we are making an artwork, not necessary that every time we are drawing a transparent cube or cuboid, and hence we are not drawing a transparent cube or cuboid. For us it will be difficult to see the inside lines. So what we suggest as the best way to draw a cube or a cuboid is to understand that all these slanting lines are actually parallel to each other, just like the vertical and the horizontal lines of a square and a rectangle. So what is the best way to get a cube and a cuboid without drawing two squares or two rectangles? So the best way is get your square and enjoy the benefit of the notebook by turning it the way you want. Get your square first. Now from here, from whichever side you want your cube to be, draw a slanting line. Measure the slanting line with your eyes, of course, and draw another slanting line, making sure that this and this are of the same slant. So the best way to do that is, you know what, I first draw this and then I run my pencil in air without touching. So it's running like this, and then I go here and then I just join them and I get the correct slant. Now from here I'm going to bring down a straight line, which has to be of course parallel to this, and keeping this again drawing in air, and I draw this here in air. Well, I have my cube and I erase the extra extended line. My cube is ready. Same thing we'll do for the cuboid. So I'm sorry, I'm going to remove from here and I'm going to try and draw it over here, because I feel there's a little less place over here. For the cuboid, I'm going to first draw the rectangle. This is the basic way of drawing a rectangle: 2 long horizontal lines and 2 small vertical lines. Same thing, slant lines. Now how thick and thin you want your, or the broadness or the width of your, you know, of your cuboid totally depends on how much is your slant over here. Well, my cuboid is ready, my cube is ready. Now the next one, which is the most common thing, the most common 3D shape that we get from the triangle, is a cone. So let's understand how to draw the cone. Very simple. Let's draw the 2 slanting line of the triangle. Well, I always suggest to draw the oval. And join it. This can convert into a party hat. This can convert into a clown hat. If you just make one, this can convert into a Christmas hat, and anything. You just add a string to it. This becomes your Christmas hat. Right? Let's draw it one more time. The other way to draw the cone is, maybe you can draw your oval first. And if you notice, I'm not making a very fat oval. I'm making a very flat oval. I'm not using fat. I'm going with flat. Right? So it's not very roundish. And now I draw my triangle over here. And as always, I erase the extended and the non-required lines from here. Right, kids? So square, triangle, cube, cuboid and cone. So these are the shapes we can easily draw with the help of no ruler, but with the help of our eyes being used as the measurement equipment. Now how about let's understand how to draw a cylinder. Now cylinder is always a combination of 2 shapes. For a cylinder, we use 2 shapes. The 2 shapes are a rectangle and oval. Cylinder is the combination of a rectangle and an oval. So let's understand how to do it. Let's first draw the rectangle. So I'm going to draw a standing rectangle. Okay, please excuse my little rough drawing. And I draw the oval. Now I have to combine this plus this in order to get my cylinder. Now let's see how we draw this in a little bigger way. So first, I will follow my basic way of drawing a rectangle. I'll keep my eraser here. So I go with the vertical straight line. Right? Then I go with my vertical straight line here also, which I have to make sure that it is parallel to this one. Now the oval. I'm going to first make an oval here. Now what you have to notice here, I'm again using a flat oval and not fat oval. Now what's a fat oval? Fat oval is this. If a cylinder has a bigger mouth, of course we'll go with the fat oval. But if it's not, in general we go with a little bit of flat oval, you know. Over here also, and a very light line. Here comes our cylinder. Now when we are shading or coloring this, we can always remove this one just by adding a little dark effect to our bottom part of the cylinder. I'm not using any shading pencils or anything, I'm just using our basic HB graphite pencil with which we draw. And you just make some vertical shading over here to get it in the center. Probably in the center we'll just make it a little, a little longer shading. And to make it look like a cylinder, because we all know that cylinder is a little round in structure. It's not like rectangular, not like edgy. So what we do, we go with slight curve, coloring or shading in our two sides of the cylinder. So basically what I'm doing is I'm going in this direction. And on this side I will be going in this direction. But of course it's a small area, so I'm going to go little small strokes of my small curvy strokes. Alright, same thing I'm going to do over here also. Now remember how much of a curve we give over here, our cylinder is going to look so much round or curvy. Right? Now when we added shading on the top, over here also let's go little curve at this edge, which covers my vertical shadings points. Yet the vertical shading is seen, but still it is covering the vertical shading points, and it doesn't look that it's a straight or a flat object, but it looks like it's a round object. That's it. Our cylinder is ready with the help of a rectangle and an oval. That's it, guys. Hope you all learned something today, and hope you all will give a try to these few 2D and 3D shapes, and will definitely start using these techniques in your regular artworks. Thank you so much.